Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Bleeding Crypto's live Zoom session. It is Monday, December 10th, and we're going to take a look at the market. Wait a minute, it's Tuesday, December 10th, and we're going to take a look at the market. Let's see here. We've got the market cap sitting at $198 billion. 24-hour volume is 61.6 billion. Bitcoin dominance is 66.7%. So we're down. You know what? I don't remember where we were yesterday, to be honest with you. I think we were at 66.9. So I think we dropped 0.2%. But looking at the top 10, very little in red. So that means that we're recovering. We had that drop yesterday in some of the major alts. Bitcoin stayed fairly sideways yesterday. So let's look at the 12-hour chart. So we didn't move much yesterday. We had this little move here, but that's not really that bad considering that we're in a green candle. We're still underneath the 9 EMA. But if you look at the coin market cap, you look at this 24-hour change, we are probably about 12 hours away from start seeing some green across the board. If we can get the Bitcoin to continue to stay sideways, maybe see some of those BTC alts start to push and get some confidence after that tremendous dump on Binance coins. And the only thing that was actually running was Link. Link was the only thing running yesterday in green. Woke up this morning, I think that was the only thing, anything in green, and it continues to go. So this morning when I was doing the morning brief, I was talking about the flag. I was seeing this flag pattern, and I was thinking, this puppy's gonna break out. She did one of those little classic dumps before she breaks out, but if we extend this flag, we actually broke out of the flag. We just did one of those little dips to the 30 EMAs. I haven't seen one of those moves in a while. We used to see a lot of this. I don't know if you recall JDM or Yaz. I'm sure Darth remembers that. Right before we would break out of the flag, we'd always cut down to the 30, and then we would take off. And that's exactly what we did here. We actually, if you look at it closely, we put in a W. Look at the fractals. The fractals are absolutely perfect. But also we did put in technically it's still a flag, but it really is a perfect W. And we stopped pretty much right on the money. Now I honestly think we're going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on going, and my hat's off to you guys, Darth and Simon and Yaz and all you bastards who left me behind with Link. That's okay. That's okay. Go ahead. Go make money. I'll stay here waiting for you guys to come back down and pick me up. But I'll tell you right now, your asses better take a page from Matic and ride your stop losses up. I don't care how good Link is. This is the wild, wild west. This is the land of pump and dump. Protect yourself, guys. I'll be waiting for you guys when my gaps get filled, and I'll take the next ride with you guys. But just be careful. But I do think Link is going to continue. Looking at the indicators, they look strong. Market structure looks strong. We barely took off here, so we're barely in the takeoff stage. I'm going to go through the different time frames, hours on Link, because I know many of you guys are in it, and so I want to we'll get to Bitcoin in a minute. Let's look at Link, because I know you guys have money riding on this. Many of you from the discussions I've been reading today are in Link. So as of right now, this is where our rejection basically came at the 200 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. Market tools like the MACD show a really good setup here for Link. RSI bullish. It's at 65 points. Market structure looks good. I think if we can just if we break this 200 EMA, guys, it's going to go. It is going to go. It might be really tough to see or break, though, because I think if we break, we're probably going to see this. Let me show you what's more likely going to happen. We're going to break, but we're going to stop right here. So let me put this line here for just a second. Let me show you what I'm thinking. I'm going to put there. there. Let me just make this one solid for a second. So what I'm thinking is, here we go. So here's the line that I just put on the chart right here, $2.60. So what I'm thinking, if we break out it, and it lines up perfectly with 236. If we break out of here, we're probably going to see, more than likely, I mean, it's really, really high likelihood that we're going to stop right at 236, because if you look at the 12-hour time frame, that lines up. No, wait a minute. 236. Give me 1 second, guys. 4-hour time frame, 236. Oh no, right here. That's really close though. I was thinking that this was the 100 EMA, but this is the red line represents the 100 EMA on the 12-hour time frame. And the reason I'm worried about that is because you've got two strong EMAs converging together. So that's going to be really, really tough. But the first thing I'm worried about right now is seeing Link at least just flip this. So we may see a move to this red line. It'll get rejected, but as long as it can close above the 200 and kind of hang out there for a little bit, then hopefully we can see her run more to the upside. After that, if she can get above that, the next major resistance, there really isn't much. There really isn't much. I think she's gonna go for a really nice run. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, look at the daily. The daily, damn it, man. I think I might have to just get into this. And no, fuck that. I'm not going to get into this. I'll wait for you guys. The daily looks really good. The daily it has a nice bullish cross, green on the volume oscillator. Market structure looks strong. Let me look at something here real quick. I just want to see, where are we in relations to the, oh yeah, wow, we're way above the 9. We're looking good. I could easily see this coming back into this range right in here. I can easily see us come back into this here. Let me draw the box here real quick. I see us coming inside of here. Inside of here. Let me make this red. And this red. Okay, this is where I can see the Link looks really, really nice for a setup to that. Always remember, guys, it's not guaranteed. This is just what I see right now. It can change. Look at what happened with FET. FET was on its way to the 1 day time frame to the 200 EMA. Everything was pointing on the move up, and then Matic dump and caused everything else to dump. So, and you know, people, if they didn't get out, if they didn't put their stop losses, they were done. So you want to be careful. You want to ride this up, and you can, hopefully, you guys can score at least 30%. And I'm sure you guys will have more than this, because I'm only measuring from the current price. Many of you bought at $2. So if you guys, like my boy Darth, who bought at $2, he'll get an easy 47%. Well, not easy, but if everything aligns right, he has a good potential to hit 47% if he's not greedy. So just keep that in mind, guys. Let's jump into Bitcoin. And we'll cover some more alts in a minute. I just wanted to just note that Link is looking really good there. 12-hour time frame on Bitcoin continues for me to look neutral to bearish. I never like when I see the 12-hour time frame underneath the 9 EMA. It's opening lower and lower and lower every time. Not a good sign. MACD, bear crossover on the cross indicator here. So not looking good. We're already printing red on the volume oscillator. Not looking good. Now, here's a setup that, let me see. Yeah, no. Oh, no, I don't like it. I was looking at this here and of a possible this coming back down and then going up to form a little W, but nah, I don't see that. That's a stretch. For me, I'm going to continue to stay, like I said this morning, neutral to slightly bearish. I'm not feeling the market as much. Tensor charts removed the heat on 7,800 as we did have that this morning in our morning brief. That's no longer there, and they turned the heat back down at 7,000. So the narrative has changed from this morning on the heat maps from bullish to bearish. Market structure continues to show me bearish signs, but giving us opportunity. Remember BNB, guys? We were talking about that yesterday. We're going to tell you guys this looks like it's been a good area of support. We come into this box and we bounce. We did that today. We came into this box. This candle is a couple of hours old, and look, it's already in green in here. Good areas to catch some of these altcoins. If we do get that drop on Bitcoin, it would be nice to keep an eye on some of the alts that you guys may want to play. ADA is turning around, so it's not. It was coming down to my support line. Got real close though. Let me measure how close we got. But I am going to wait. I'm going to, as much as I love this coin, 2%. 2%. This can easily drop 2% with the sneeze of a market maker sneezes, hits the button, and boom, we hit that 2%. That's I'm just like Link. I'm gonna wait. I am going to wait. Though the market structure does look good on the hourly. Let me look at the 4-hour. Doesn't look too good on the 4-hour. So, oh wow, actually, wait a minute. It does. A big W right here. Big market structure here. But you know what? I see right now that 9 EMA this far away. We're probably going to come up to the 9 EMA. And if we don't, more than likely, we're going to reject it. We're going to reject it. It still doesn't look very, very too bullish. Other than that W, this looks good. On a 12-hour, that W is a little bit more refined. It's a little cleaned up a little bit better. But this is coming off of a failed W. Because if you look over here a little bit to the left, you see this W? This would have been a nice play. But this is basically a rejection of that market structure. But at the same time, it is creating another opportunity for a W. But it's bearish. So if it does do a W, I'm still thinking it's going to hit here. I'm still thinking it's going to hit inside of this line. It's up to you guys if you want to continue to play it. If you decide that you want to play it, or you're not sure, all you have to do is look at this. And I'm not shilling this coin to you guys. This applies to any coin that you feel comfortable with. Look at the 12-hour time frame when you get a chance of any coin you want. Find the support, a major support, just like this green line, and see what happens every time it touches that line. What kind of bounces do you get? Look at this here. This left a wick, 8% wick, and it bounced 13% from there. This one here, when it touched this, the high, it went bounced all the way 26%. And it actually kept on going up to here before we got that rejection on the 200 EMA. So that's 30%, 31% right there. Did it again right here. Right here. When we hit here, again, 9%. Then we did it again right here. We came right back down again for another opportunity. Do you see why I'm always talking about this coin? Very few coins have this type of volatility. And yet I still see people talk about other coins that are like not moving. Oh, I'm going to get into this coin. Oh, I'm going to get into this coin. I'm thinking, wow, there's a good handful of coins that continue to just give you these returns, but people sometimes just get into these coins that are completely flat. And I don't want to put them on the spot. A lot of times I just want to ask them, what makes you think that coin is going to give you anything when you look back at a coin? I'm not going to name who or what coin because I don't want to make anybody feel bad. But I'll see the coin that they're talking about on Discord. I'll look it up. I'll look at the 12-hour time frame, and I literally see months of just flat. I mean, just months on end, and they're all excited about it. And I'm just like, wow. It's nothing. I don't understand why you want to sit there for months when you have the opportunity to do that. Maybe they have a bigger plan. I don't know. Everybody has their own trading plan, but to me, I'd much rather do something like this and swing and just wait. And it always comes down to these levels. It may pass it, but you know what? Look at this. This is all a wick. And I don't know about altcoins, but Mr. Mo's theory that's been proven time and time again, where the wicks get cleaned up. I don't know if that pertains to altcoins. Mr. Mo, do you ever do a study on the altcoins as far as wicks, like long wicks like this, like on the 12-hour? Do these normally get cleaned up? I never really pay attention to that. Is Mr. Mo here? Okay, he might have taken a little break. So that's something to watch. But for me, I'm watching this support line. So that's what I'm doing with ADA. Link we already talked about, and let's go through some of the other alts. Nice green on the board. Let's look at Algo. Okay, Algo 12-hour. You know what? Now, okay, we're seeing some of these recover. I see a nice big gap there. I see another gap right there. Give me 1 second. Let me change. My gap lines are always purple. Just this way, it makes it easier for people when they see purple. They know that it is a gap line. Let's see BAT. I like BAT. What is BAT doing? BAT's not doing anything special at the moment. So let's look at the larger time frame. It's down at 786. Okay, 786. Oh, I want to ask you guys something. I want you guys to be honest. I'm gonna look at the chat. Remember when I told you guys about RVN, how she came down to 886? I mean, she came to 86, but she went way further, and then she bounced up really nice. And I told you guys, watch 886 again. Watch 886 again. You guys see this today, right? You guys saw that. Right, bounce right on 886. Did you guys buy? Did you guys have orders waiting here? Did anybody buy RVN? Hell yeah, old school did. Okay, good. Who else bought? You didn't buy JDM? Darth missed about a couple of. I had 2 orders, Darth. I missed my first one, so I had an order here at 300. I had an order here at 300, but I had another one at 886. But this order was much bigger than this one, but I don't care. I'm not going to complain about that. But it's all right. At least I got something in. This would have been nice if I would have gotten picked up, but it's all right. It's all right. Sorry that you missed it, my man. Sorry that you missed it. I would wait now, because what I'm looking at is potentially the 30 EMA is what got me interested. I'm looking at this 30 EMA and wondering if we're going to see a rejection, how hard a rejection. The market structure I like the market structure. The only thing that I just, the 30 EMA has me, I don't know if we'll hit that and it just come back down again. So just watch that 30 EMA. Let me look at, okay, we looked at BNB earlier. I told you that's a good spot where it keeps on bouncing. Let's look at some other majors. What's another one? Let's look at Engine. Okay, nice bounce off that 200. That 200. Boy, you guys notice this? You guys notice this on Engine? Oh, there it is right there. You guys already saw. Look at that. Look at that. Came down to these gaps, filling these gaps nicely. She just left another gap right here. She just left another gap right there. And there's another gap right there. That one. Yeah, that's it. So we got some good gaps to the upside. So I don't know. This may be setting up for a double top. And she may come up here, hit this, maybe fill it right in here, get rejection off of this. Let's see. She might get some rejection off of here. Rejection before going back down and filling the gaps below. Let's see what happens. This is our tab that we use, so we'll watch this right here. See if it hits that line, and maybe do, let me move this out of my way here, and maybe boom, hits this one and then says boom from right there. And let's see if it does that. That'll be a hell of a double top. It'll look probably something like this, like that. Come here, boom, fill up these gaps on top, and then come back down inside of this box, Let's see how, this is the box we were talking about yesterday. For those who weren't in the show yesterday, we're talking about this is a good area where I can see engine come down and bouncing off in this area here. Let's look at EOS. Nothing on EOS. Let's look at Ethereum, still at 146 bucks. Nothing to talk about there. That shit won't move. FET, oof, ugly. Well, she's holding on the 100 EMA on the 12-hour time frame. Just a shame. There's really no need for this. Honestly, this was strictly panic. That's what this was. People saw Matic jump, everybody got scared. They said, oh, if they just automatically said if Matic was moving, if FET was moving up with Matic, then it's only natural she's gonna come down with Matic. And unfortunately, she did. Just a lot of fear in the market, a lot of fear. But remember, guys, when Binance was talking about turning on margin trading, remember what we talked about, that we were gonna see this. This should be no surprise to anybody. This is what margin trading is all about. It's just another avenue for whales to take your money. And that's the only reasons exchanges exist, not to make you money. Always think of the analogy of Vegas. You think they spend billions of dollars on resorts and restaurants and glitter and glam to give you a good time? No, my man, no, not at all. While they're distracting you, you got a guy behind you with his hands in your pocket, just siphoning your cash right out. And what do? You just smile and say, I'll be back. And that's exactly what people do in crypto. They just smile and say, I'll be back. So be careful. Best way to protect yourself is don't get greedy and move up those stop losses. Unfortunately, that's the only thing that you really can do, because when the trigger gets pulled on this, it's very difficult, guys, for you guys to catch something like this on the way down. And always remember, if you don't understand how leaving a buffer on a stop loss works, let me know. Let Mr. Mono, let some of us that ask the community. And so we can help you with that. You need to understand that if you're selling something if you have a stop loss at 0.6276, okay, and you put your stop there, and then your order at 0.6274, and you've got a few $1,000, guess what? you're not gonna get filled. You're not gonna get filled when you have a dump like this. You got to give yourself a good buffer so that you don't get caught. And even then, there's been cases that people are wondering, why didn't I get filled? What happened? What's going on? If there's not enough buyers, it's just not going to get filled. It's no mystery. It's just simple supply and demand. Let's look at LTC, same range, 45 bucks, not even worth talking about. NEO, let's see how NEO is doing in our chart. Okay, she came to our next area of support. She's been on her way down on touching these areas of support. So we've got our next area of support is going to be right down here at $8.15. And this is where she's been before. So I don't know, she just keeps on coming down. 886 is going to be a really juicy area. 886, I expect you guys to buy NEO. I'm straight out telling you, buy NEO or get the out. You have to buy it at 886 if you see NEO. I don't care if it's 20 bucks. I want you to tell me, BC, I bought 3 NEO. I'm okay with that. But you better have some NEO in your portfolio at 886. If it comes down to 886, which it has a good chance it will. A good chance it will. Let's look at one. One still inside that box, still inside our 40% box. It touched it, and we're in the next day. We're now up. If you would have had that order inside this box, you would have been up 15% in 24 hours. just by having the order in this box. So the question is, you missed it here. When this gets rejected again, will you have an order in the bottom of this box? And yesterday I talked about that. Nobody likes one here. Everybody likes one here. And not just one. That applies to almost every crypto. So try to reverse that psychology. Keep an order there. Put $20 on there. Even if 20 bucks isn't much, just so you can prove it to yourself that this shit works. Buy it at the bottom. See what happens. $20, guys. It's a movie ticket. Just put it on there, see what happens. And so maybe that'll make it click. That'll be like, oh man, he is right. I'm gonna buy when nobody wants it. That's when I should be buying. And maybe if you have even something as little as $20, it'll motivate you to start putting your orders in the bottom of those boxes. TRX. What are we doing with TRX? TRX on the 12-hour. Still at support. Still at support. Let me turn this off here. Still at support. Let me look at VET. VET, what are we doing? VET is still on its way down. 9 EMA is, let me move this out of here. 9 EMA is still way up here. So we might see a bounce to the 9 EMA. I'm not gonna get too excited. Remember, when the price action separates from the 9, it works the same way when it's going up. Look at here. When we get separated from the 9 EMA on the way up, what happens? We come back down and she checks it. We do it again, she comes back down, she checks it. She does it again, she comes back down and checks it. No different on the way down. We got really far away. We're coming back up. More than likely, we're going to check that and continue our journey back down off this double top. This double top is way too good for this. The likelihood of not playing out, I don't see it. And the hype's over. The hype's over with that. Yeah, it's a great coin. Yeah, it's a great tracking. Yeah, it's a great use case. But it's crypto. It's crypto. That's what market makers are here to make money. And this is how they make money. They'll let it rinse out. They'll buy down here, and they'll sell it to you guys on the way up. So try to do it. Try to do what they do to you to other people. That's basically what it is. When you sell, somebody bought that. Always remember that. When you sell on top, that means somebody bought the top. So when you see people saying, "Oh, this guy just wants to dump it on people," yeah, fucking right. You better believe I want to dump it on your ass. If you're stupid enough to buy it, then that's your problem, not mine. I'm not here to be your fucking friend or hold your hand. I'm here to dump it. So I need a buyer on top. XLM, still nothing with XLM. XRP still nothing going on, but it sure looks better than XLM. I don't like XLM. I know my boys got this. Darth's got XLM, but oh man, dude, I'd be nervous holding that shit right now. XRP, no, I wouldn't be that nervous holding XRP. Doesn't look as bad. Let's look at Zcash. I heard somebody talking about Zcash. Zcash is looking good. Zcash is looking really strong, actually. Considering the way the market's looking, look at this flag breakout right here. Nice breakout right there. Broke out. Another flag forming. Another flag form right there. And she's in a green right now. Let me look at the MACD. MACD looks good. RSI looks strong. Volume oscillator looks strong. OBV looks really good. Nice and high. Zcash is looking good. And what else? I guess that's pretty much it. Anything, I mean, that's pretty much it that's worth talking about. Let's look at the chat box. Give me a second here. Let's see. 60. Okay, was 66.9 yesterday. Okay, thank you very much, Ninja. BC, I thought for sure we were going to get filled on ADA and RVN today. I thought I was gonna get. Well, I got filled on one order in RVN, not the other one. But ADA, I thought so too. My alerts were going off, and no, she didn't. Yes, sir. Every time it would hit that 30 and go. It's only 15% or so up. I 15%. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Darth, on that one here. That looks like a bear flag too. Darth, what looks like a bear flag? I'm looking at the chat. If you're there, Darth, what looks like? Shit, I don't remember. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. They do BC. I've tested that a couple of alts. Matic clean up the wick. Okay, so Yas said he has been testing the wicks like Mr. Mo does for his BTC charts, and they do get cleaned up on that wick to the upside on the daily. Okay, all right, good. That's good to know. That's good to know. I missed by a couple of sats. Okay, no, sir, I wish I did. Damn, Yaz, you were with us last night. You heard me saying it. Dude, Sniper, just missed my order. Neo, if you can. Okay, we just covered Neo. BC, a member of the Discord was asking about the timing when you play BT. Oh, yeah. That was Binary Assets was asking earlier today. I read all the comments on the Discord. I may not comment, but I'm always on it, reading it. Yeah, I did read that conversation. Okay, so Binary. It's a little complicated, but basically, the way Mr. Mo puts it is really sometimes real easy to understand. He simplifies it by saying, "What do you want to do? Stack Satoshis or stack USD?" And that's basically what it comes down to. So you hear us talking about when BTC goes up. When BTC goes down, because that was part of what Darth was saying today earlier. When BTC goes down, that some of the alt pairs will go up because of the conversion rate. So some people want to wait and grab those. That's where you're stacking Satoshis. But you have to understand that you're not making money by doing that. You're only making Satoshis because you are now, instead of being in USD and buying Bitcoin at the bottom, you're holding Bitcoin as it drops. So when you buy the alt, yes, your Satoshis are going higher, but your value is going down. So you're not making money. So that's why when you want to simplify it, you want to ask yourself, do I want to stack Satoshis or do I want to stack USDT? Now, also keep in mind when you ask yourself that question, that if you're stacking BTC, obviously it's so that you could, when you're stacking Satoshis, it's so you can sell it later on for USD when it's a higher rate. So it's gonna be a win-win, but it's just gonna take longer one way or the other. Obviously, if you're stacking Satoshis on the way down, it's gonna take longer because you now have to wait for that rate of BTC to go up so you can get out of BTC into USD, wait for BTC to drop to get back in. So it's a fine line. Also remember that if Bitcoin drops, an asset will not go up. A BTC pair will not go up if it's dropping with Bitcoin. So if the asset is staying still, then yes, you're going to make more Satoshis because the rate of, say, we'll use Link as a good example because Link likes to play the inverse. If you're in Link BTC and BTC drops $500, that's a huge conversion rate for BTC Link. So if Link stays strong, and Link is one of those coins that does stay strong. I've seen Link hold its ground when BTC is dropping. So in that case, you are now stacking Satoshis. And then what you do is that when you stack those Satoshis, people say, okay, now I'm just going to hold on to it. Well, you're not going to hold on to it. If BTC goes back up, when BTC goes back up, you just lost all those Satoshis again. So the objective is, if you're holding Link on BTC, and I'm just using Link as an example, and Bitcoin drops and Link doesn't drop, the value of Link doesn't drop, and you just made, say, 10% more Satoshis, you only made 10% more Satoshis if you get the hell out of it. So if you sell it back into BTC, you've actually made 10% more Satoshis. If you hold link BTC and then BTC turns around and bounces, you just lost it. It's the equivalent of not selling on when you're on a USDT pair. It's the equivalent of it going up and you not selling it before it comes back down. So that's kind of that tricky situation. I know. I hope I didn't. Was that complicated, Darth? Did you understand that, or was that too complicated? Yaz, did you understand what I just explained? Did that make sense? I see. I know it in my head. Crypto Ninja says it makes sense to me. Okay, I know it in my head, so in my head it sounds like it makes sense. But I think I don't know if I'm explaining it right. It did make sense to you. Okay, all right. Hopefully it made sense to you, Binary Asset, when you hear the recording. I know you're not. I know you're not on here live, but when you hear the recording, if you have questions, hit me up. We can jump on a call real quick, on a Discord call, and I can explain to you again if you need it. It gets a little complicated, but it's really simple once you kind of wrap your head around the Satoshi conversion thing. Okay, let me go back here. Made conversion rate stuff to Fed was so much potential. Oh, yes. Self-fulfilling prophecy there. Matic drops, people panic, sell Fed. Yes, agree. Fed had massive, yes, it did have massive potential. Fed is a lot like Link, but with AI. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about Fed. That's why I was so surprised when it dropped like that. It sucked. Yes, sir. Neil all the way. That's right, Yaz. You know I love Neil. Spot on, Yaz. Beer. Yeah, exactly. $20. Beer money. Try it. Buy the bottom. See what happens. Just don't drink for one night and see what happens. You'll be surprised when you buy those reds. Once you get used to buying red, I tell you, it's like a drug. You'll never buy green again. And that's why I have such a hard time buying Link. It's so hard for me to buy in green. It's so it just as it was once so hard for you to buy in red, it becomes that hard to buy in green, to the point that you say, you know what, fuck it, even if it looks good, I'm not buying it. I'm just gonna wait for the next round in a couple of months, and I'll buy it there. And Link, to be honest with you, has a good chance of hitting $3, and I know that, and I see that, but I can't get myself to hit that buy button. I just can't. Mainly because I'm pissed off at it, and me and Link have a little thing going on. Guilt trip. Dump it. Damn, I feel bad for those who bought Matic at the very top. Oh yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people on Twitter, unfortunately, did. And you can, you have to have some empathy for them, because we were at one point or another, we all did that. We all in the beginning did that. We all bought the top. I know I did plenty of times. You never know. You never know. So hopefully they were in a situation where they did not need that money. Unfortunately, I think most of them, people who lost, needed that money. Yeah, at least XRP is ranging. Yes, I like XRP. Yeah, it is ranging better than XLM. The majors not doing well. No, the majors haven't been doing well in a while. LTC, ETH had just been flat. Shit, I don't remember what coin. Okay, I need to jump off the session. Okay, so Mr. Mo had to go. He'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. He got some stuff going on. I wasn't in the Zoom last night, bro. Oh, you weren't in the Zoom last night? Oh, man. Okay, all right. Crypto Ninja. It made sense to me. Yes. Okay, I understand. I'm not sure. I try to make it simple. Him too. It gets complicated. Yeah, I know it gets complicated. When we understand it, it's not as complicated. But then when you try to hear yourself talk and explain it, you're like, oh shit, I don't know if that makes sense or not. But it's hard. Techno, it's all relative. That's right. I miss Matic for the same reason BC did. I know. And the funny thing is, Darth, that if we would have jumped in after the first, 20-30%, we still would have made like 2 or 3 fucking 5x on it. But it gets hard. It gets hard when to buy green. It gets hard, which is a good problem to have. It really honestly is. Even for the amount of time that you miss buying something, it's a hell of a lot better than buying the tops on most of everything. So I couldn't buy it. Yeah, me either, my man. I couldn't buy that green. Oh yeah, I burned Mad Bank buying the top in the early days. Yes, we all have. We all been there, old school. BC, can you look at XTZ? Sure. Join all late. No worries, Rick. I know this is the season for you, man. This is where you get that OT. This is where you get that crypto, that extra crypto money. Extra crypto money. Let's see here. XTZ. Okay, let me see. I think I have it in here. Nope, I don't have it here. Let me use, I'll use this. I'll just use that one here. My third tab. And I believe we have XTZ down here. Yep, because I looked that up for you the other day. Okay, so we'll start with the 12-hour on this. Let me get some more real estate on the board here. Wow, man, this thing has been on a fucking run, dude. Wow, this thing is beautiful. Let me see how much this thing has ran. Let's say from here, just from here. Let me move this out of my way. I can't see though. 135%. Wow. Damn. Okay, let's look at the daily. Let me get rid of this thing here. Let me get rid of this box. When you see things like that running 135%, you realize, you know what? We may not be in the traditional bull market, but damn, there's a lot of opportunity. There's been a ton of opportunity to continue to make money in this market. Let me see. I don't see no real major gaps. The week, the daily. Let me look at the 3-day. Wow, this shit is. She's gonna come down off of this flag. Flag, breakout flag. Put another pole in. This is gonna come down right here. Allow this to catch up, and who knows if it continues to break up. But that's a lot of separation. That is a ton of separation on that 3-day. That is huge. You know what? Let me look at Bollinger Bands on here on the 3-day real quick. Maybe it's too early. Yeah, she's way up there. Oh man. Put something here. She's on the okay, the red is the conversion line, and I believe the blue is the baseline. A long time since I looked at the Ichimoku cloud. She looks good, man. I mean, 12-hour looks good, has a nice little bounce off of there, is holding that. You know, definitely wouldn't buy it now, but if you're holding this, you better be writing that stop loss up. You better be writing that stop loss up. Wow, she could double top here, so just be careful with that. Be careful with this area right in here. Be careful with this. Be careful with that right there, right in there. Be careful she doesn't hit here and knock this out. Let's do this too. Let's run a Fibonacci extension on the to the top and see if it correlates. This is really high. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this at 1.618 or 2.618. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. The low of this run is going to be here. It's going to be right here. Extension. Yeah, look at that. She hit the 2 already. Right on the 2. Right on there. She might double top right into that and come back down. I think that was Yas who asked me on this. Look at that. She completed that. She completed the extension to the upside. I'd be very surprised to see this continue without a proper retracement down. Look at that. 1.272. Fucking beautiful. Caught it. Found support there. Continuation. Look at the way she came down on 1.618. Look at that. Look at the way she got rejected at 1.618. Look at the way she found support at 1.272. So if you wanna see how valid this Fibonacci extension is, just look at how it respected it. Look at this. Look at this on 1.445. Look at that support. You can't deny these settings. Look at this. These Fibonacci settings on the way up hit every single Fibonacci level. My money is it's going to hit this box and come back down. It's going to hit that. That's me. Hopefully it continues for you guys. I'm not in it. I don't know. Just looking at the indicators, I think she comes down. You know what? Let me do this real quick. I think we go in here. Come back down there. This is what I'm calling. Could be wrong. Don't get out of it. Just write your stop loss. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So don't get out of it. Wait and see. Just write it up. Write it up. Write it up. Let me see. Is there a gap anywhere in here? Damn, she went up. Ooh, right there. Look at that. She went up clean for the most part, but she left a gap right here. Right there. Anywhere else? Anywhere? No. And other than that, man, she went up clean. Clean. Oh, well, right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. I see. Where are you? Where are you? Right there. Okay. No, and she didn't get filled either. Look at this. Look at where these gap lines work, guys. Just give me a second. Just entertain me for a second. I love this shit. I mean, look at this. It landed. It wouldn't cross it. Remember, my gaps, different than the CME group gaps, the body of the candle has to cross to close the gap. Look at the way they just bounce it right off the fucking line. It's beautiful. I mean, come on. You guys got to be excited when you see that. If you don't, you guys are fucking losers. Look at this. Look at that. It's so beautiful. It just amazes me every single time. Oh, is that a gap? I think that's a gap right there. That may be another gap there. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Yeah, that is a gap right there. Right there. Boom. That one right there. So, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Who asked me about XTC? Let's see here. It was Yaz. Okay, Yaz. Be careful with it. Be careful with it. Damn it. Fucking green candles. Maybe it's the pneumatic. ABC Bollinger Bands on XTZ. Look at the squeeze before the move. Let me look at it. Bollinger. Oh yeah, yeah. The way it came down right in here, and then she just took off. And then look at the way she squeezed right here off that flag. That's beautiful. Look at that. Just exactly the way he squeezed there. Boom, took off. And then again right here, as soon as she squeezed, I think you and I were talking about, weren't you the one who was talking about the Bollinger Bands? We're having a discussion a few days ago on Discord about that. I think it was you. I haven't used Bollinger Bands in a long time. And then somebody on Discord reminded me of that. I'm like, you know what? I got to start looking at them, because definitely you see those squeezes and that shit happens. Wow. Really, really nice. Really nice. Let me look back at the chat. Let's see here. Wow, lost bandwidth and drop connection. It sucks. I sold. I'm good at 28%. Okay, good. Yes, good. 28% is phenomenal, bro. Phenomenal. If you don't get excited about this, you're a fucking sorry. I apologize. I just get excited sometimes. Yeah, it was me. Yeah, it was you. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Mr. Mo had to step out. Crypto Ninja says no. That's right. Isn't it crazy, man? I just love seeing that. It blows me away, because you have to think how many tens of thousands of people are trading this worldwide, and yet it stops right at it stops right at the line. You have to be amazed by that. It's just like it's insane. It's insane. Mr. Mohau had to step out, so I don't think he's with us. Did he come back? Oh, he's back. Okay. Mr. Mo, do you have any news articles? I know you weren't feeling good today, so I'm not sure if you were able to had a chance to look at some news, some articles that might have caught your interest that you would want to share. Okay, I think he had to jump off. He's logged on, but I don't think he's here. All right, guys. So that is going to be it. Unless you guys have anything else, I am more than. Oh, Techno, can you do me a big favor, Techno? You're my boy for the list. Can you get me the list if you have one, the new updated BTC and the new updated USDT list for my Binance for this watch list that I use. If you have one, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll DM you. Yeah, okay, awesome. Also, if I change that list, will I lose the work on my tabs? Do you know if I lose it? Because I have a lot of notes on these on this third tab in particular that I would like to keep to see how things play out. Let me know if I erase that list. I think charts stay. Okay. All right, cool, cool. All right, guys, have a wonderful night. I'm sorry that it dragged down a little bit today. I just had a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about. I appreciate you guys. Anything you need, send me a DM. Let me know what's up. If you guys need some, for you guys who are listening about the conversion thing, Red, before you go, can you give me a yes or no? Did you understand the conversion rate that I explained? Give me a nod, yes or no. I can see you. Did you understand? Yeah. Okay. Cool. 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 I just didn't know if it made sense or not. So if you guys have some trouble and you don't want to talk about it here, you don't want to ask me the question, feel free to DM me anytime. I'll be more than happy. I've got all day, all the time in the world, so I can jump on Discord and we can do a Discord call anywhere in the world over the internet, and it doesn't cost you anything, doesn't cost me anything, and we can hang out and we can talk about it. You too, JDN. Have a good night. Old school. You got it, my man. Darth, you're very, very welcome. Yaz, tomorrow morning, I will give you guys another morning brief. I mean, even if there's nothing going on, I'll jump on for even if it's a few minutes, at least to give you guys something. All right, guys. Have a good night. Sharon, stop.